The Ladies Circle.
Brought to you by Yaz Sanitary Pad, MTN.
Yaz toothpaste and brushes.
Issues, no time to stress on. Ladies Circle. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is Ladies Circle.
Baby, I just want.
All right, come wait for me. Hey. All right, the energy is high, which means it's going to be a fantastic, energetic, positive. It's going to be a great episode here on the Ladies Circle. When the mood is like this, we know it's going to be a fantastic show, right, ladies? We know say I pick it. We hope that you are home already for a ride of your life. 1 whole hour of edutainment, as we like to say it here on the Ladies Circle. A bit of conversation, a bit of games, but of course bringing you our beautiful, bubbly, crazy self. My name is Sika Osei Douglas, doing this not alone, but with the fabulous ladies of the Ladies Circle, Regina Van Helven. I pick it. Then on my left, Helen Apia Ampofu.
You look
all
fabulous.
The education our parents gave us and you knew. Yeah, they pick. Ladies, how are we doing?
It's giving Colourpuff Girls.
Okay, we like that one.
Yeah. And you ladies are looking vibrant.
To think that we didn't even plan this.
Yeah.
Just to show that our bond as the ladies, as the sisters, is strong.
Yep. It is. I always say, listen, I'm super grateful that I get to work with people that I like. No group hug, no. What a pleasure, week in and week out, to do this with awesome women that I'm also learning from day in and day out. So a pleasure. I'm feeling good. I pick it. Yeah.
Yes, and of course we don't do it alone. We have beautiful female guests. Once in a while we drop in a male guest, but it's all about empowering our beautiful women. And today we have a very amazing woman. But before we get into that, let's say a very big thank you to the people that hold down the Ladies Circle. Yep. So going out, our first shout out is to MTN and of course to Cousins.
Yes, well, a very big thank you going out to Yaz Sanitary Pad and to Dove.
And also we're saying a very big thank you to LA Perfumery. They have us smelling amazing this evening. Shout out to LA Perfumery.
All right, our guest for today, as always, is breaking boundaries and putting her stamp on the world. She's joining us on Ladies Circle to discuss everything that she does, as well as, things that are going on in the world. She's beautiful, she's brilliant, she's intelligent, and she's here to make her mark. Let's watch the video and see who our guest is.
Rufina Dimboe Pauvi, known to many as Her Majesty Rumai Wagiri, proudly traces her roots to Navrongo in Ghana's Upper East region. A proud alumna of St. Francis of Assisi Girls Senior High School, she holds a bachelor's degree in communication studies and a master's in strategic public relations management from the UNIMAC Institute of Journalism. A seasoned communications professional, Rufina has honed her expertise in media relations, public relations management, digital marketing, and strategic campaign planning. Currently pursuing her LLB at CAF University, she is also a passionate advocate for gender equality and personal development. Through her work, Rufina seeks to inspire women to live with confidence, own their power, and pursue growth without boundaries.
All right, let's give a resounding Ladies Circle welcome to Rufina Pauvi.
Jimmy Stein in the ride. Golo, golo, down, golo, golo, baby girl, golo, 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 baby girl, golo, down, golo, baby girl, golo, golo, hey, she golo, hey, lele, abanale nimbia fe.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The hugs. We need them. Rufina, welcome.
Thank you.
Rufina,
Yes, my darling.
I saw it. How are we doing?
Very well. How are you?
We're doing fantastic, even greater to see you. I know this evening is about to be very interesting. Get comfortable. Are you comfortable?
Very. Thank you.
Lean back for me. All right. Something tells me this evening is going to be nothing but spectacular. Thank you again for joining us right here on the Ladies Circle. But before we get into the meat of the matter, a message here from Yaz. The year is 2025. You're not using Yaz. Shame on you. Because with Yaz, there's no need to double check, triple check if you're neat and tidy during that time of the month. Yaz has got you covered. There is simply no stress. Now, there's a wide variety to choose from when it comes to Yaz. There's the Yaz Extra Long, Yaz Minty, Yaz Heavy Flow, as well as the Yaz Herbal. Also, you can try the all-new Yaz Minty Extra Long Sanitary Pad. It comes in mint with extra long wings and free panty liners with disposable bags. With this, you're always good to go, so choose Yaz and choose right. I want you to go into the kitchen, get yourself something cold to drink, something to nibble on, gather your girl squad, gather your boy squad, and come back to us. We won't be too long. This is the Lady Circle.
Welcome back. You're still watching the Lady Circle here on TV3. The hashtag is the Lady Circle. Please feel free to send us your opinions, your thoughts, your comments on anything we discuss on the show. If you want to come on the show, can we make that happen? Yeah. Can we bring our family on the show? Yeah, maybe we can make that happen. But thank you so much for sticking and staying here with us. In fact, you've come at a very good time. We're about to discuss a very interesting topic, and I cannot wait to pick my ladies' brains, especially our queen of communication is here. I cannot wait to see what her thoughts are about a certain kiss cam scandal. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about?
We do.
It was all over the internet. The international media as well as the local media took a hold of it when a certain CEO and his associate was caught on a kiss cam at a Coldplay concert. They were doing small romance in the VIP lounge, not thinking that they would ever be seen, only to find out that these two loverbirds who looked so happy, well, until the camera caught them, were actually having an affair, a workplace affair. And then the internet went berserk. This brings about the topic about workplace relationships, that thin line between my home husband and my work husband. You've heard that term before, where people say, oh, I have a work husband. What is actually going on? Have ladies had any experiences having some sort of inappropriate, relationships with people within the workspace, and what their thoughts are on that? Let's dive in right now. Madam Communication.
Yes, my love.
I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you know about the story?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did hear about it.
What was your initial, thoughts when you found out that a CEO, and a huge CEO as well, of Astronomer, it's a huge data company, was having an affair, and it was all on, all over the internet, very innocent, well, can we even say it was innocent, but very unaware that their little rendezvous to a concert, oh, they were having fun, no?
Yes, they were.
All of a sudden, psh, what were your thoughts?
So my initial thoughts actually seemed to be as though they were set up, because I feel like the people who were in their company knew about their relationship. If they were so comfortable enough to publicly express whatever it is that was going on between them, then it means that they were very comfortable around the people that were there. And I think I also read that they organized the program, sort of, and so they had control. And so I feel like that was like a setup, but obviously they should have been more cautious, I would say. Yes. They should have been more cautious.
So not that they shouldn't have had the affair, but more like they should have been more cautious.
Yes, because as we all know, these things are very common. And so, yes, I believe that if they were comfortable, expressing feelings and affection out in the open, then it meant that a lot of people knew about it.
No, they did.
Yes.
They did, because the person, if you noticed
Next
in the
to them,
video,
yeah,
there was a
the
lady
lady.
next to them who was smiling, who
Yeah.
apparently also works
Yeah.
in the same
Yes.
company. And clearly, they were not hiding it from those people.
Yes.
So they were bold enough to showcase it to their workers or their office mates, which means, well, you're bold enough to showcase it to the world. So should we really feel sorry for you? I mean, Helen, you were giving, you were giving her a side eye.
I was thinking.
And Rufina was like, oh, they should just be more careful.
I mean, what happened to the good old days of, not that I'm familiar with this, okay, of going to a hotel out of town where nobody knows you. I mean, in as much as they were in VIP, but Rufina, you gave us some tea that actually they were involved in the planning of the concert.
Yes.
Okay, so they
they
must
thought
have
they had
imagined that they had more control.
Yeah.
Alas, they did not have control. But even then, huge concerts, what if your wife's cousin decides to turn up with her friends? I mean, surely somebody could potentially know either you or the person you're cheating with. I didn't understand that move at all, but I guess it gets to a point in some of these affairs where they're just like, they love you over me. So
Yeah.
Make her
let's
just
I agree. I agree.
wherever we want to take it. But
yeah.
I mean, using that as a springboard to talk about workplace romance in general, for me, 0 over 10, would not recommend. I've shared my personal story many times.
You can share it a little, just give us a little snippet. Just
Oh,
remind
you
us a
don't
little
have to
bit.
entice me too much. I'm happy to share. And the reason why I give it 0 over 10, I remember maybe like 12, 13, maybe 14 years ago, a long time ago, one of my first ever jobs in the city, in London, I was in love with my coworker, completely enamored with him. Needless to say, by the time that a relationship was done, it wasn't a good look. Your manager has to get involved. He eventually left the company. I remember the day his engagement pictures dropped and we got an email from our manager. So everybody clicks on and it's an open space office. Everybody clicks on the link, and literally I felt everybody's eyes zoom in on me because they're thinking, oh, Charlie, you thought your work husband was your real husband, Sagawili.
Yeah.
And I remember it being such a difficult time because, it was just so intertwined, my work life
Yes.
and my relationship with this person. And that's why for me, and I mean, since then,
It's
I
been a
haven't
no-no.
dabbled. It's
Yes.
a no-no for me. When things go wrong, it affects your work. And that was where I was making my, my bread and butter, my daily bread. And you're young, you're silly, you learn from it. But at the ripe old age at which these people were, come on.
I mean, it's the audacity and the boldness for me to be so public with it, which means, I mean, technically your actions are showing that you're not ashamed of what you're doing. So for me, it's the sheer audacity. They're so bold in showcasing it, not just to their work colleagues, but to go to a public concert like this and so boldly showing it, it means that the consequences they got was absolutely rife, because Astronomer is such a big company. You're the CEO, you're the representative, you're the face. And the fact that I don't know what the HR rules are about dating colleagues and things like that, but the CEO, and there's a power play always. If you're dating somebody who's below you, there's always going to be an assumption that there was some sort of misuse of power, abuse of power. But for me, what is interesting is the consequences happen to both of them, right? Usually things like this stain the woman the most. I mean, look at the way everybody turned to look at Helen, the judgment, So as women, what would we say is some of the things you feel like office romance, how it impacts us? Rufina, do you want to take that?
Yes, so I think that most of the time, there's a stereotype about women and how women are expected to behave and conduct themselves. And so typically, if there was a relationship where it was the woman who was the CEO, the scrutiny would have been more, even from from women. Women would feel like, no, you're misrepresenting us and you have done something that's so, it's like an abomination to have even engaged in that in the first place. And so I think that usually for people in the places of leadership, they are expected to be more, I don't know, for want of a better word, more cautious.
More discipline,
yes.
Self-control.
Yes, in terms of the way you act, because like Sika said, you're representing people, you're the face of the organization, and so everybody's looking up to you. And so once you do, you engage in the slightest mistake, your conduct might even affect the company. It goes beyond affecting you personally, but also affects the company. And for women, I feel like men are able to overcome that, whatever the consequences are within a short period of time. If a man were, for instance, involved in that and he loses his job or he suffers some disciplinary action, he's able to move on rather quickly than a woman. For a woman, it would be difficult. They would look at, the conduct over your ability to perform. Every time they're looking at what you did over your competence and your ability to perform. So I feel like women suffer greatly when in circumstances like this compared to men, and especially for those in leadership.
Yeah. Do you agree?
I totally agree. I feel like for women, we are still fighting for our positions in prestigious positions when it comes to things like this. And so we have to be extremely cautious. I know Helen will not agree with this, that it doesn't have to be sure. So I don't have to put that agenda that, we have to be extra careful, but we need to place this on the table of everyone. But then again, unfortunately, that's what we're dealing with. They're picking on every single thing that women do. We're still trying to, gain those positions. We're still trying to fight for equality. And so once you're in that position, honestly, unfortunately, you just have to be extra cautious. Also, we're the ones that are supposed to, put the family together. We're expected not to bring shame to the family. And in this case, I'm thinking,
she's broken both her family as well as somebody else's family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you've put your children in a position where people are, making fun of them. People are laughing at them. People are just pretty much, you're just putting them in a very...
Judging them.
Exactly. Judging them. And so, sadly...
Reggie, Helen, before we come to, because I know you're about to make a very poignant point. So the statistics show, and I'm sure Helen will back me, that we spend a majority of our time in the workplace, which is why workplace romances are so rampant and so vivid, right?
Yeah.
Human beings, especially women, I would say women also have needs, also are human beings. I just want to play the devil's advocate here, right? I just want to play the devil's advocate. So I think when Rufina says to be a bit more careful, it's more in a situation of the fact that it's not, we can't eradicate it, right? But we can't mitigate, you know what I blame.
I blame all this and my work husband, my work wife. It often starts out
very platonic, very playful.
Platonic, and like
I
Sika
agree.
says, you spend a lot of your time at work. 8+ hours for the overachievers. Some of them are in the office 10+ hours, 12+ hours, right?
Yeah.
You are more likely, and I don't have stats to back this, but I feel like you are more likely to lose your girl or your guy to their work wife or their work husband. You are stressing them out at home, and they'll come to work. And Kwame, you won't believe what Stephen did at home. And then and then my work husband, and next thing you know, it has crossed the line. And that's why I firmly believe in putting very strong boundaries at work, right?
Yeah.
Even on a friendship level. And listen, you make great friends at work. I've made lifelong friends, at work with my female colleagues that I embrace. And even that, to a degree, I'm always I don't put a barrier up, but I'm also thinking, okay, I'm in a professional setting. We can have all the fun in the world when we're at work. If it spills over, fine. But I let it grow organically. You have people who enter the workplace and as soon as they get there, everybody's their best friend. They're divulging secrets. But you have to have in the back of your mind that these are your work colleagues. By all means, let your hair down, have fun, let them in. But always be thinking about boundaries and how you ensure you keep the professionalism up. Even on a platonic level, don't go out with your work colleagues, go and act a fool, drink too much, embarrass yourself. You have to go back to work on Monday, for example. When it comes to the relationship side of things, it's very real. When things go wrong, even if you're both single, when things go wrong, you could be potentially losing your dream career, losing your bread and butter. So in the workplace, let's always have our wits about us and think about the
I think that's what Rufina was saying, that as women, we work so hard to be able to get to the positions that we fight for, that they say men easily get over women. In this particular situation, she was the chief people's officer.
HR.
Which means she actually deals with people relations, which is the most ironic.
She's dealing with them, Ampa.
the most ironic thing. But clearly, this is something that she's been able to work hard to attain, a position that probably did not come easily to her. The fact that she risked it all for this. You know, I would have thought, you know what, let me keep quiet.
No.
I don't want trouble. I don't want problem. Especially those say, hey, is she not a married woman? The shaming on social media was really harsh, and I feel like it was more harsh towards the woman than the man. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. How do you think, like, what are your thoughts on that? You know, how social media...
I feel like they became... You know what's quite funny is that, I mean, we're here in West Africa on the Gold Coast discussing the CEO of Astronomer. For us, it's more more gist. You know, these days we don't humanize people. Everybody's a character. So it's kind of funny. But for their families, I'm sure their worlds have been rocked. You know, for the wider audience, you can kind of say it's pop culture. But for their families, I know it's not funny at all.
Can we bring it home for a second?
Yeah.
I don't specifically remember when this happened. Was this a year ago or so when a side chick was taking her lover to court?
Yeah.
So let's bring it home. Because we did discuss this topic where this person in a very high position was dating a younger officer and it almost seemed like still social media was against this younger lady who had taken this bold move to say, well, this is the person who groomed me, who got me in this position, who promised me the world, and now is literally just pushing me aside as if I was nothing.
Yeah.
It almost seemed like social media was on the side of the man.
100. I mean, they came for me for even speaking up for motherless, fatherless.
So bring it back home. Let's forget about Astronomer.
I mean, okay, back home, that feels a bit more personal. But like I said, when it's so far removed, sometimes, like I said, it feels like a character. But yeah, I can imagine the closer you are to the situation, the more deeply it is felt. But for the women, we're always going to be, you know, the reason why I wasn't too sure who received more backlash is that I did see, after a while, I felt like the CEO was also getting mentioned. His wife then ended up getting brought into the drama. So I guess even then, the wife is the one also now, I mean, receiving a lot of attention. I think I can agree to that. We're always going to receive the brunt of it because women are held to a different standard. We're supposed to have more self-control. If you see muscles, close your eyes.
At least we don't.
Like when a man cheats, it's normal. You know, it's okay. Men are naturally promiscuous. That's what they will say. I've heard people say this a lot of times that
they are natural hunters, they are natural seekers.
And it's a normal thing.
A consolation.
That's what I'm saying, be there. They think when we see certain things, I should close my eyes. I've also seen the muscles.
I never actually knew that your type was muscular.
Yeah, she's mentioned that a couple of
times. Right?
Yes, she has.
That's my spec, but I'm just using maybe a universal example. Because I know my spec is not a universal one. That's why I'm using
Rufina, what's your spec? Who in an office space can get you to like turn twice?
That's difficult. Yeah. But my type? It changes, you know. Yeah. Growing up, I used to like actually very skinny guys, but then I met somebody who was dark and chubby, and it just felt very comfortable. So
I know.
It has changed now. Who knows? It might change tomorrow. So but I think mostly it has to do with the vibe and the kind of connection that you have with the person. There are certain people that you meet who just turn your life around, and you just feel like they're your soulmates. Sometimes it ends well, other times it doesn't, but we move.
We definitely move. I mean, there's a rule that comes up a lot when people are talking about relationships, especially married people who step out of the marriage, which is like the 80-20 rule, which is basically you feel like your spouse has 80% of what you need. But that 20%, you know, that is literally so enticing that you probably find, you know, in a work colleague, etc. Because really, you're not showing them your bad parts. When you come to the office, we're all bonded, you know, because we're all going through the struggle together. And it's very surface level that you should be very, very careful because that may lead to even greater, problems in your relationship, in your family. I mean, for me, like you said, it's the children who are getting bullied on social media, who are getting bullied in their schools. The wife who's been publicly disgraced. Sometimes you have conversations with some friends, let me get myself into trouble again, where everybody, like especially male friends, who say, at least the man should cheat respectfully.
Yeah.
Cheat respectfully. don't cheat basa basa, respect your wife. And I'll just be looking at them like, wow. This is the world that we live in, where they're like, hey, I saw cheating respectfully, you have to respect your wife.
Yeah, don't do it around an area where your wife is familiar with. Yeah.
Things like that.
Yes.
But as women, like you said, we're held to a much higher standard where all your hard work can literally come crumbling down in 2 seconds. The kiss count was how long? It was barely 5 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Barely 5 seconds, and their lives flashed before their eyes. Did you see how they ducked?
Yes.
They were like, yeah.
They were so embarrassed.
Or should they not have ducked? People said if they didn't react that way, it might have just passed.
Passed over. That's true.
They panicked. They didn't know
Yeah,
the
they
camera was
panicked.
coming.
Yes.
Hey, the way you had held him.
They were so cozy, eh?
Very
He tried to
cozy.
hold his wife like that too.
Meanwhile. So anyways, the consensus with the panel that office romance is a no.
No.
Maybe if you're both single. And HR, even that.
And in fact, especially, just don't go there.
Yeah.
Go to work, earn your money, go home.
Okay, what if the office romance, you are both not married?
That's what I'm saying. Say,
She has, her experience to
What
tell
if you
you.
guys were just friends and you started the company together and then something came out of it?
Can I just chip in?
Yeah, chip in.
So I feel that usually it's what happens after the relationship ends that causes the majority of the problems. In a place where you are all together is very nice in the beginning and everything seems to be going on very smoothly. Usually there are no problems. But when the relationship breaks, then you're likely to face challenges like low productivity. The other person just comes to work and cannot even concentrate, cannot give you their best at the office and all of that. And it affects the progress of the company. And so I personally, I would say no to office romance. I don't encourage it at all. It's not something that I would encourage anybody to pursue. But if you have to,
Okay. Is that okay?
oh, you know what? But
if you have to.
start, and then, for most places, they say you can, and sometimes they say if you're not in the same department, it's fine. If it's a big company, if you have different branches, some people will fall in love in the workplace and then decide to actually, one person leaves the job for the longevity of the relationship. That's how I know that you're serious about it. And I mean, by all means, you can find love anywhere, but especially if you're young, you're starting out, if you can, I mean, just don't go there. Listen, trust me.
Yeah, try. Especially if you are a younger officer in lower levels and then having a relationship with somebody in the higher levels. That can get very, very messy. So the consensus is, please,
Don't do it.
work
stay
is
away
work.
from it, yeah.
Romance is romance. All right, fantastic conversation there. Let's take a quick breather. When we come back, the Lady Circle continues.
And we are back. Thank you so much for returning to us right here on the Lady Circle on TV3. We've been having an incredible time with our guest this evening, Rufina. And if you've only just joined us, you're going to have to catch all of it on the socials once we are done. Let me say a very big thank you to Yes Nails for this incredible set. Thank you so much for hooking me up. But right about now, we're going to be getting into our game segment. And this is where we have a lot of fun. And if you are at home with your girlfriends, your siblings, you too can join along in this particular game. Just follow the prompts and enjoy. All you need is a marker and a sense of humor. Ladies, are we ready?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we
I
are.
see everybody has heels on today. Okay, things might get a little bit tricky, but it's a simple game. And we'll be playing this in teams of 2. Look what we have here. Team Win back in the system. Woo, 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 woo. And what team do we have there?
Team lose.
Team No Office Romance.
All right, so Team Win and Team No Office Romance will be facing off in a game that I am dubbing 12 Sits something, something, something. You'll find out what that is. Okay. So we have these 2 markers, and let's do a test run. Okay. So we're holding on like this.
Okay.
And like so. Okay.
No, it should be your fingers.
Oh,
It should be your
okay.
fingers.
That's
not wrong.
That's very
it should be your
difficult.
fingers.
Sika,
Yeah.
are you the moderator?
Okay, so we'll be holding on to the markers like so, and we'll be standing up. So,
Okay.
although the height disparity could be very tricky, Regina.
Look at me and Rufina.
David
Okay.
and Goliath.
And then we'll be going round, we'll be twirling, and the other group will be giving us prompts, either to sit, to go on our heels.
Okay.
You enjoyed that, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever
You're going
it
to give
is,
them a
and
hard
the
time.
aim is to ensure that we don't drop these markers
Okay.
as we continue to spin, and we also take instructions from the other team. Very simple.
Okay.
But let's see how it pans out. All right.
All right.
Are we
So
ready?
please.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so your first prompt.
Although, can we move this back a little bit? I'm worried.
No, don't move it back.
But I'm worried about falling over.
It's fine. Please.
All right, well, I know who to sue. Yeah.
I don't trust Sika.
All right.
So I'll give one, and then Rufina can give one
Okay,
as well.
fine.
All right.
All right. So the first prompt is to go around the table.
Around
This table.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Should
go
we
back.
this way?
Yeah, I got you.
She got swagger.
CVC, like this is Coco, this is lightweight. She's a diva. If let's go back. They don't even know. They don't know. CVC like in a banana. Yeah.
We gave you clockwise and
Anti-clockwise.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, Rufina, your turn.
Okay, so let's see you bend. Sit all the way down.
All the way
Yeah.
down.
Bro.
So your butt touches the floor.
Now you can get up. Now you can come up. No, but you have to come up.
Yeah,
Eventually.
That's 2 instructions. Okay, Jen,
Okay, you
let's
stay
go.
there if you don't want the instructions. Stay there.
Did you come up, man?
Yes,
Okay,
please
let's
come
do
up.
Shake your leg. Hey. Yes.
All right. So the next one is to wind your body. One person
come on.
wind, and then as the person's winding down, the other person also goes. So
I also go down too.
simultaneously. So Helen,
Okay.
wind down. No, Helen go first.
Okay. Hey, this is exercise. I'm coming up. Wait, come up. All right, take us.
And then Reggie.
Reggie, you've got this.
Go
Give
down.
them. Wait, Papa B. Give them anti-clockwise. Give them anti-clockwise. Have we won this round? It's a simple.
That was very unexpected.
Okay, you got 4. You got 4 moves.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Helen, you got 4 moves, right?
Yeah. Give it up.
Okay, we're
If
doing
only they knew what was coming. Don't worry.
Do I come this way?
You ladies are familiar with Kulele, the dance, right?
No.
Seriously. Let me show you.
Which one's
Let me
cool?
demonstrate. This
Okay.
Kulele. You have to hold one leg like this. But since your hands are in the air, our leg will do the talking.
Yeah.
The leg will do the talking.
She's the thumbs.
Which one should we
Index
use?
fingers or
Oi,
the thumbs?
Wait,
No, this second.
let's see the thumb. Let's see. What does the thumb say?
Okay. We can
You
manage
feel
that.
it? Okay. Hey, ready. This thing's not as easy as we thought.
Let it come.
I don't know that we can
Choose which finger.
accept the thumb. The surface area is much
Bigger?
wider and it's much more stable.
That's true.
Let's even the playing field, all right? Index finger to index finger. Let's go. All right, let's see you spin. Let's go.
Spin like how?
Just
the
go
bottom.
round.
Okay, all right, let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Rufina.
Here's the movement from you.
Hey.
Keep going. Come on.
We shouldn't give you anti-clockwise now.
Oh, you can spin. Hey!
Come on, let's go.
All right, keep going. I like the movement. Okay. And right there, take it low. Go low.
Please don't do
go
that.
Low.
Oh, my
Go
niece,
low.
my niece, my
Your
niece.
niece. It's giving me qualification.
Okay, open your legs.
Okay. This time, it has to go down. Make your butt touch the floor.
Yes.
Sika.
Hey.
You know, Agada has a famous saying.
What's it then?
Put down to me, sorry.
No. It was to open your legs.
That's very unfortunate.
And the winner.
Team
Yeah. All right, okay. It's okay. Sometimes you go low. You don't always make your way back up. It's a metaphor for life, all right? You win some, you lose some.
5 things, please.
Let's get into 5 things right about now. And of course, as per our discussions, it's centered around the topic. So we're going to be doing 5 ways to protect your professional image as well as your personal boundaries. Ladies class is in session. Number 1, define your off-limits zone. And as I was saying, just because you're work colleagues doesn't mean that any and everything is permissible. Sometimes you'll find that work conversations will veer into the territory of some maybe taboo subjects. I don't think you should be in the workplace having maybe sexually themed conversations or sharing your deepest and darkest secrets. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes the workplace conversations can get very spicy.
Yep.
Do your best to know your limits. These are your work colleagues. You're in a professional environment. So tailor the conversations, of course, to where you feel comfortable. But I think there are certain subject matters that are a no-go zone. All right. Tip number 2, curate your online presence. I know many people who have 2 different accounts, social media accounts. I'm sure we all know people like that. They've got a work account or professional account, and then they have their fun accounts, the account where they can truly be themselves. And on the work account, you'll have your colleagues, you might even have your boss. And I think that's a good way to go about things, especially if your other account is spicier, maybe a little bit more free. You want to ensure that the professional persona that you're putting out is exactly that, professional. So I don't want to wake up and on your X page, you're talking about how you got bent every type of different ways the night before. It doesn't scream professional. Then it's good to separate your work and your social circles. There are many instances where those 2 worlds will collide. For example, it's your birthday, you're having a birthday party, maybe you're getting married, those types of events, a christening, who knows, where you're inviting your friends from different parts of your life. As much as you can, I do encourage separating those circles, because sometimes boundaries could be crossed and people from your personal life getting too involved in your work life could be dangerous. We all have that one friend that we would rather not introduce them to our boss, okay? Things could get a little sticky. Trust me, this is good advice. Number 4, maintain your composure in public spaces, and I would say especially in the work setting. One thing I always encourage for work outings, parties, you know, we all like a drink or we all like to have a drink, but control yourself. There's nothing worse than coming to work on a Monday morning and everybody is talking about how belligerent you were at the office party or the work event. It doesn't speak well of yourself. When you're with your friends, by all means, go all out, but do have that professionalism about you so that come Monday morning, everybody isn't talking about how you were falling over at the work party. It's a no-no. And then finally, speak up about boundaries. You have a work colleague that's always commenting on your figure. They're commenting on your outfit. They're telling you the different ways that they would like to engage with you. Tell them we're workmates. Find a way to say it. I know sometimes it can be uncomfortable, especially if they are a superior at work, but make your boundaries known from the onset, very early on. And soon people will know that, okay, this person, there's a limit to the kind of games, if you will, that we can play with them because they're not about to accept any and everything. So here are some 5 useful tips I think we can all incorporate into our professional lives that will help us remain professional.
Nice.
Thank
All right. Well done, Helen.
What did we learn in class today? One
No
tip.
office romance.
Yes. And when you
Speak up
go to
about
the
your
work
boundaries.
parties,
Set boundaries.
don't overdo it.
Right.
It's
Yes.
not a
Yeah.
good look to be that one person. And then did you see how the person felt? It's not nice.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So now we want you to look into that camera, be a host of the Lady Circles for just a few seconds and take us on a quick break.
We will be right back after the short commercial break.
Hey. Oh, sorry. Didn't see you there, but still super excited that you stayed with us until this point of the Lady Circle. A very big thank you to DOS Accra for giving me these beautiful garms, Nafisa on the makeup, and of course, a hair code on the hair. I just thought I'll throw that in if you've been admiring the look. Hey, girls. Hey. All right, a very big thank you to all our heavyweight sponsors who continue to support the Ladies Circle. A big thank you to MTN, Yaz, Cousins, Dove, and of course, our newest baby, LA Perfumery. Thank you so much.
Well, it's time for us to dig into your minds, your brains. Guilty, not guilty. It's actually one of my favorite segments right here on the show. So grab your cards and let me just quickly take you through the rules of the game. Well, Rafi,
Yes.
you promise to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
So help me God.
Okay, and that's what we do. We tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So ladies, wave your card and let them know it is time for us to know what's happening with you. So the very first question is, have you ever posted anything on Instagram and didn't care as long as your boss or your office was not tagged in the post? Have you ever done that? Guilty? Not guilty? Yeah, guilty. Definitely guilty. You want to share what it was, Helen? Do you remember?
I don't even know where
you don't
to
remember,
start.
right?
I
But
mean,
you just
go on
done
my
something.
X page. Whatever pops into my head,
You just
consequences be
posted. Okay. Do you believe what happens outside work stays outside work? Is it something that...
No,
Okay.
it can definitely affect you for sure.
Okay. Yeah, definitely guilty for that. Okay. Dressing extra sharp on days you know someone will be at the office.
Come
Are we
on.
guilty of that or not guilty?
Always.
Oh, like a work
Always.
crash. Ooh. It still exists? Is that person still...
No, not really, but
Okay, but yeah, it's an experience you've had. The final one. Forgetting you're a role model when you are off the clock. And so you go on there and just live to the fullest because you forget who you really are.
sometimes.
I mean, there was this one time, right? I think we were in Lagos. I think AJ was with us actually, and we were partying, and it was like whatever we were, and then we put it on stories, you know. And I just feel like I probably shouldn't have done that.
Right.
Like some of these things you just kind of keep to, you know, because you're a role model after all.
Helen.
You see, in fact, the role model part is
You
where
know,
I have the initial problem. Every time somebody says, hey, I'm a role model, I think, hey, me? I mean, I'm flattered, but, you know, I'm also living my life. If you have an auntie who's, you know, a good person, you can also look up to her, your mother, and all those people. But, I mean, listen, even role models let their hair down. And sometimes we live it up. We go to Lagos and shake bomb. It's allowed. All right, it's allowed.
It's definitely allowed. Rufina.
Yes.
Did you enjoy coming on the show?
I did. It's been an absolute pleasure for me.
Right.
And
But before you go, just tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I am a communications professional by profession. I've been in the business for about 7 years now. And so, yes, my expertise is in media relation, strategic communications. I also do a bit of content creation and social media handles and website management. And I am a public servant, so yes, that's me.
What
That's I
led
do.
you into this profession? Is it passion or?
Yes, I want to believe that from a very tender age, people sort of saw it that, oh, you would do well, maybe probably because of the way I speak and all of that. And so I was encouraged. I was encouraged to go to GIJ, so I started in GIJ, and I actually love what I do, honestly speaking. And so I think I'm passionate about it. I love it, and so yeah, here I am today. Yes.
I did want to ask Rufina, did you expect to have such a good time today?
Do I have to be honest?
Yes. Guilty, not guilty. Please, guilty or not guilty?
Well, I anticipated that it would be very interesting because I followed the show for a while, and so I just know what the vibe is, and so I expected that it would be interesting. And I mean, you guys are like vibe, so
Yes. To be honest, I was only fishing. I was fishing for compliments.
vibe, so yes, interesting.
You know, if you're a Gen Z, you know what this means.
Yeah.
Wait, are you guys using the correct fingers?
Oh,
I think it's...
that's it.
Yeah, I think it's this.
You're going to expose us that we're not Gen Z.
Why do you want to do this to yourselves?
Well, for all that you're doing, all the passion, love that you have for whatever you do, Yaz wants to say, well done. They want to appreciate you. So we have here a beautiful package from Yaz. Go look. Don't drop this one.
You don't have bad knees.
So this is from Yaz.
Thank you.
Something to take care of you the whole month. You will not lack something for the end of the month, something to, brush your teeth with, something for breakfast, something to wash your clothes. So when you step into that room and you're communicating and you're doing your strategic things, they know
Yes.
that you're in there. Yeah?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you so much for coming to the Ladies Circle. All right, ladies, should we say thank yous to our beautiful look?
Yes. Can we zoom in on this set? Okay, Yes Nails has been holding me down. If you're looking for a set as pretty as this, do check out Yes Nails in Osu. Professional, affordable, beautiful nails every single time. The rest of this is Mia Media Couture.
Oh, yeah, MMC for short. Mine too, Mia Media Couture.
We love it.
All right, well, I'm fully sponsored from head all the way down to the toe. All right, so Hair Code, thank you so much for this beautiful looks on my hair. They're on social media, _Hair Code. DOS Accra gave me this lovely dress so I can come and tantalize your eyes with. And of course, Nafisa MUA on the beat. On that note, Rufina, thank you so much for coming to the Ladies Circle.
Thank you for having me.
We cannot wait to have you come over again and again and again.
Thank
and of
you.
course, if you need some strategic marketing and communications, ladies, we know who to go to. We're going to give you a call. Yeah, so you can take our brands to the next level.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Well, it's been fantastic having you here on the Ladies Circle, as we love to say. Same place, same time. We bring you all the fun, joy, conversation, all the excitement you need on a Saturday evening. It's been me, Sika, Helen, Regina, your girls of the Ladies Circle. And on that note, can we say goodbye, au revoir, adios.
Go down for me, make road out in for me. Bella Roma Bugatti, she cussing tsunami. Come on, go down for me, make road out in for me. Bella Roma Bugatti, she cussing tsunami. Oh, you done made them bow low. Your body, yo, everyone download. You done made
The Ladies Circle, brought to you by Yaz Sanitary Pad, MTN.
Yaz toothpaste and brushes.